She be my queen since we were 16. We want the same things, we dream the same dreams. Alright.
Hi guys. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my Briggs-Myers personality type. I took this test a while ago. I want to say like a year and a half ago, or even longer than that. I took the test and I turned out to be an INFJ, which encompasses roughly around 1% of the population. And so I've been watching these videos lately, just of more people with my personality type on YouTube who talk about the interesting things that they experience and that they feel as their personality type, and how do they interact with the outside world and other people. And I found it very interesting, and I thought maybe that I would talk about it a little bit. And so if you don't know what an INFJ stands for, or the Briggs-Myers type, I highly suggest you do your research into it. There's much more experts out there who know more about it than I do and have more information online than I can provide. I'm just a person who has this type of personality, and I'm expressing my opinions and what I feel through this video. And it's not necessarily facts for all people, but from the videos I have seen online and from what I have experienced as an INFJ, some of these things turn out to be true in our personalities and what we feel and experience and how we think about things. So I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit. So INFJ stands for introverted, intuition, or intuitive. And then the F stands for feeling, extroverted feeling specifically. And the J stands for judging. And so with a mix of all those things, it kind of like establishes our personality type, how we determine things, how do we come to conclusions. And I found that it fit me almost exactly what my personality type is. And as I see people on YouTube talk about this, I found that I think a lot like them, that I talk a lot like them. How we hold ourselves on the camera is very similar, and I just relate to them so much. But today I kind of wanted to talk about the feeling, the extroverted feeling that INFJs have specifically. And I had this for a while, and it's kind of interesting with people who don't have this, don't understand it, but we as an INFJ are like emotional sponges is the best word that I have used to describe us. We pick up other people's emotions, their vibes. We could almost kind of sense, you know, what they're feeling, kind of what they're thinking. I think the intuition part of our personality can kind of pinpoint why that person is feeling that way, or kind of get to the core of why they're expressing their feelings that way. I found that with myself. And so we absorb emotions of other people, and in our environment we absorb it all. So when we are in a big setting and a big group of people, I don't like it as much because it's almost like over sensory mode when I walk into a room of, you know, 50 people. Even if I know them, it's like overwhelming because I like feel everything, and I feel people's excitement, maybe I feel their disappointment. I mean, I can pinpoint someone across the room who I've never talked to if I know who they are, but I'm not like introduce myself or talk to myself with them. If they're across the room, I can instantly pick up if they're having a bad day or if they're really upset just by feeling it. And also I can read their facial expressions that there's something wrong. And what is that? And then I can conclude with the people around the room that she's upset because no one's talking to her, or she's upset because she got in a fight with that person because that person's not talking to her and normally they're best friends. Like, it's almost like I come up with this conclusion, but I feel her pain and I feel her emotions like in myself, like I feel it. So when I walk into a room full of people, especially people that I know, it's almost like over mode of reading and I'm like happy to see them, but it's like I can't handle it, and I also feel like I can't get to the core of who they are with so many people around me. I enjoy having one-on-one conversations with people and one-on-one interaction, because I feel like I can get to who they are and I can talk with them and really enjoy the like interaction relationship with them. But when I have so many people, it's like I can't enjoy that with one-on-one person because I have all these other people that I have to talk to and to interact with. So it's like I can only spend, you know, only a percentage of myself with each person, and I don't like that at all because I feel like I'm not as caring for them, I guess is what I would describe it as I don't care for them as I should. Like I feel like when I talk with a person, I'm caring about you and what you're saying and what you're talking about, and when there's so many other people, I can't care for you as much as I can care, you know, I have all these other people that I have to attend to. So I find it really difficult in parties, and so to cope with it, because I can't, you know, turn down every single big function. I mean, that's life. You have to go to big events and you have to talk to a multitude of people in a day. To cope with it, I've learned to kind of shut down like some of my emotions, emotional feeling, but I don't like it because I feel like it's not me. It's just interesting. Like sometimes when I feel like when I'm talking about it, it just sounds just very odd to people who don't understand it, but it's like I just care so much about people that I just want one-on-one. I prefer or a small group of people that I can feel like I can really connect with them. But when I emotionally turn off to kind of deal with that many people and that many feelings, I feel like I'm not necessarily being myself, that I'm kind of putting on a performance of I'll only talk to you for a little bit, but I'm trying not to care so much so I can move on to the next person, and I don't like that at all. I've also learned, like with an emotional sponge, if I feel like I'm gonna get hurt by someone, I totally kind of push them away a little bit. If they hurt me or if they're going to go away, I care about people so much that I kind of push back. So when that impact happens, when that pain happens, that I'm already emotionally detached so I don't feel it. That's something that I've found myself doing, is because I absorb so much emotion and so much feeling so that I won't be in so much pain when that certain situation occurs. I just back myself away from it and try to turn off that emotional feeler side of me. But then again, I don't like it. I prefer not to. This is one thing I really do hate, is people who are not as sensitive as I and they don't realize that they're affecting me in a very negative manner. For example, if someone's having a really bad day and they've had just a bad day and they're in an awful mood because they were annoyed all day and they're just in this really foul mood, and then when I come around them, they tend to like still be releasing that energy of annoyance and aggravation, and they're just releasing it, and they're even physically talking about it. Like they're not saying encouraging words, or they're not using like very nice words, I would say. They're using more mean words. When they're releasing that negativity, I literally can't handle it because I absorb it and then I feel it all the way down, like the aggravation, the anger, the mad, the hurt. And I'm like, I get aggravated at them because I'm like, why are you making me feel this way? And they're not intentionally doing it at all. Like they're not, you know, thinking about like, I'm mad, so I'm gonna make this person mad. It's not that they're thinking about that, but they don't realize that I'm so sensitive that when they're around me and they're spewing that negativity, I cannot handle it, and so I just need to get away from it. So normally I leave the room, or I leave the situation, or I totally go to that event with that specific person in that mood, because I feel it all the time and I'm mad at everyone because they're mad at everyone. It's like I become a duplicate of them, and that's not good, and I don't like to be in this inner irritation, so I just leave the situation. And and then later I'm okay being around them. But it's normally, if there is that specific kind of person who's having that specific kind of day, I just ignore them and I can't handle it. I feel bad and I'm afraid of making other people feel bad. But it aggravates me that when they're in that bad mood, they release it. And what if there's another sensitive person around? Why just don't go out, because I can't handle it. Like, that's just one of my experiences that I've had, especially with negativity or someone who's having a very like emotionally bad day. It makes me emotionally bad and uncomfortable and just overall negative experience. Oh, one other thing that is super strong is not only can I pick up, you know, these emotions of anger, sadness, excitement, but I also pick up awkwardness. If someone's awkward and they feel awkward, I feel just as awkward as they. Like, that's why I have a hard time watching people do public speaking who are uncomfortable doing public speaking, or even like people who are performing and singing and they are uncomfortable on stage, like they haven't had a lot of practice, or this is an experience for them that they haven't done often. I feel their awkwardness and their like nervousness, and it's such that like awkwardness feeling is so specific, and I feel it all the time. And it's so annoying. And like the way you can describe it, you know when someone scares you and you have initial like that feeling like that, I almost feel like it's like a cold knife cutting through, like that presses down on you, like cuts through you and presses down. Like when I get scared of, you know, with horror games or anything like that, like I have that feeling from a jump scare. That's how it is with awkwardness and embarrassment. Like it just hits me, like I can say right in the core, like a cold blade just hits me, and I can't look at the situation that's in front of me and I have to look down. I have to not look at it. I normally go on my phone. Or, oh, the other day there was someone singing on stage. I'm in church and she accidentally did the wrong verse at the wrong time when everyone else was on a different verse. And I've been in that situation before, like I have. And so she realized it and she stopped, but I felt her awkwardness and I could not look. I like went down like this and I was like almost considering leaving the room because I could not handle the amount of nervousness on me. And I'm like, I'm not on stage. I'm not there. But for some reason I feel it. Our feeling, man, it's just like so strong. It can be really annoying, but it could also be really helpful when a friend is in a difficult situation or they're having, you know, just a difficult time, or even just a bad day, like a bad day, but they're not trying to be so negative. They're just trying to deal it. Like having that feeling there enables you to be in that place with them. And so it's really good. It makes you relate to people really well. So I love the feeling. The feeling's good, but it's so strong. Like that gifting is external feeling can be overwhelming at times. So if you do have an INFJ friend, please be aware of their sensitivity and their extroverted feeling. If you're having a super bad day and you're just being negative and you're just like nothing's gonna make it better, please don't put it on us because we have a difficult time handling that feeling, even especially if we can't make it better and you're just gonna still continue to be negative. Just be aware of your feeling friends, your extroverted feeling friends, because they're gonna take that on. And also just be aware of other things. Like if you have an INFJ friend who's just very down in the dumps from whatever situation that's happening, if you're excited or happy and you just try to be there for them, they tend to feel that as well, and it encourages them. So my little tip at the end of this is if you have an extroverted feeling friend or a feeling sensitive friend in general, just be aware of your feelings that you're giving out. Hopefully just give them positive feelings. I enjoy positive, energetic people. They really brighten up my day, especially when I am feeling everything or if I'm in a big environment. I like to have just to feel comfortable even in this emotions of turmoil that I feel from other people. I like to feel comfortable and positive and peaceful. Peaceful is one of the most important things. That is my rant at the end. If you're an INFJ or if you have experienced some of these feelings yourself, please comment at the bottom, because I just want to see if there's anyone else that has these similar feelings and who have experienced these things. I don't know. But I'll hope to see you again next time. Please like the video if you have enjoyed it and subscribe if you want some more content. And I hope to see all of you soon. Bye! I'm cute.